Hey there, Cowboys Nation! Before we jump into this exclusive, do me a quick favor. Smash that like button if you're excited to see this team keep pushing forward. The Dallas Cowboys are in full gear trying to elevate this roster and bring serious results in 2025. From strategic trades to emerging leaders on both sides of the ball, this franchise isn't waiting around. They're making moves. And let me tell you, the new energy in the locker room, you can feel it building. All right? Today, we've got two major storylines you're going to want to stick around for. First up, the blockbuster George Pickkins trade and the surprising leadership we're seeing from CD Lamb in response. And then we'll talk about one of the most underrated young stars in the league, Tyler Smith, who just got a big-time national nod and is now the anchor of a fresh, young offensive line. Let's get into it. So let's talk about that big headline. The Dallas Cowboys made a splash, pulling off a trade with the Pittsburgh Steelers to bring in wide receiver George Pickkins. And Cowboys fans, this is not just a depth move, this is a high-stakes, high-reward power play. Pickkins has been in the NFL for 3 years, and what he's done in that time? Flat-out impressive. Over 2,000 career receiving yards, highlight reel. Catches and a toughness that feels tailor-made for Texas football. The Cowboys needed another explosive weapon, and when the draft didn't go their way at the wide receiver spot, they pivoted. NFL insider Peter Schrager said it best. You're going to come to the Dallas Cowboys and you're going to make career, life-changing money if you have one good season. And he's right. The spotlight is bigger in Dallas, the opportunity is bigger, the expectations even bigger. But Pickkins isn't backing down from any of that. Now, the big question, and I know y'all were thinking it, how is CD Lamb taking this? He's the face of the offense. The undisputed WR1, the guy who had almost 200 yards and 6 touchdowns last year and who was targeted 73 more times than any other wideout on this roster. So how's he reacting to someone coming in to share the spotlight? Well, Cowboys Nation, he's embracing it like a true leader. Schrager continued by praising Lamb's maturity. This is CD Lamb saying I have no problem sharing the spotlight. No problem sharing targets. This is the two of us now. It's not just me and then him. That's what you want from your star. Not a diva, not a me-first attitude. A competitor who wants to win and recognizes that having another elite star across from him might be the key to going deep in the postseason. Imagine it. Lamb on one side, Pickkins on the other. Defenses can't double both. And suddenly, Dak Prescott has more options than he's had in years. This isn't just a flashy duo, it's potentially a deadly one. So far, the vibes are good. No ego issues, no tension, just two hungry receivers ready to torch defenses together. Now, I want you to think about something. When was the last time the Cowboys had two true number one threats at wideout? Dez and Miles? T.O. and Terry Glenn? We might be entering a new era. While the Pickens-Lamb duo is grabbing the headlines, there's another Cowboy who's earning serious respect around the league, and this one plays in the trenches. Let's talk about Tyler Smith. Remember when the Cowboys used the 24th pick in the 2022 draft to take the offensive lineman out of Tulsa? Some fans weren't sold. He was called raw, penalty-prone, a reach. Well, guess what? Smith just made Pro Football Focus's list of the top 25 players under 25, and honestly, he earned it. In just 3 seasons, Smith has played left guard and left tackle. He's dominated in the run game and steadily improved as a pass protector every year. In 2024, he posted a PFF pass blocking grade of 76.0, top 10 among guards. He's no longer just a solid young player, he's become a pillar of this offense. Jonathan Macri from PFF summed it up perfectly. Smith has established himself as a very good run blocker, though he has also developed nicely as a pass blocker. And get this, he just turned 24. Now, with Tyron Smith gone and Zach Martin nearing the end of his Hall of Fame career, the torch is clearly being passed. And it's Tyler Smith who's carrying it. He's already one of the most experienced linemen on this unit. With Tyler Guyton, Cooper Beebe, and rookie Tyler Booker joining him up front, the Cowboys' O-line is now one of the youngest in the league, but also one of the most promising. Smith isn't just blocking defenders anymore. He's leading. A whole new generation of big men in Big D, and if this offensive line can come together quickly, watch out. Between Lamb, Pickkins, Jake Ferguson, and a confident Dak, this offense could be dangerous. So what does this all mean? You've got a front office making bold moves. You've got a superstar in CeeDee Lamb showing humility and leadership. You've got a former raw prospect in Tyler Smith becoming a cornerstone. This team isn't just staying put, it's evolving. The 2025 Dallas Cowboys aren't trying to run it back. They're trying to raise the bar. Adding George Pickens could be the offensive spark this team needed, and CeeDee Lamb's response shows the kind of culture this locker room is building. A culture that's focused on winning, not just stats. Meanwhile, the offensive line, long a question mark after the departure of legends like Tyron and Travis Frederick, is looking very stable with Tyler Smith leading the charge. The question now isn't whether Dallas has the talent. It's whether that talent can come together and make a run. Because this team, it's built to win. Right now, DeMarvion Overshon was starting to catch fire before that injury sidelined him. The 2024 season saw him used in a very specific, very effective way as a blitzing linebacker, and the results? Flat out impressive. According to Pro Football Focus, in just 13 games last season, Overshon had 74 pass rush snaps. That's not a massive number, but what he did with those snaps? 20 total pressures, 5 sacks, third most sacks on the team. That's serious production from a guy who hadn't even scratched the surface of his potential. And now, in a recent post on X, formerly Twitter, Overshon himself acknowledged something we've all been noticing. I'd be watching highlights and realized if I just would have blitzed more, easily would have tallied more sacks. That's a player watching film, learning, growing, and realizing just how dangerous he can be when he's sent after the quarterback. And here's the thing, he's not wrong. Overshon brings the speed, the instinct, and the burst to be a real weapon as a situational blitzer. But here's where it gets interesting, because the man pulling the strings on defense now, that's new DC Matt Eberflus, and his philosophy might not match Overshon's vision. Now let's talk Eberflus. This is a guy who's earned respect around the league for creating disciplined, fundamentally sound defensive units. From his days in Indianapolis to his head coaching stint in Chicago, Eberflus has been known for his structure, but not necessarily for his aggression. Here's the stat line you need to know. In 7 years as a play caller, Eberflus's defenses consistently ranked near the bottom of the league in blitz rate. Let's break it down. As Colts DC, 29th, 27th, 31st, and 29th in blitz rate. As Bears HC, 21st, 25th, and just once inside the top 20, 19th in 2024. That's not an accident. That's a system. Eberflus favors zone coverage, quick reads, and letting his front four generate pressure without sending extra bodies. But here's the million-dollar question, Cowboys fans. Will Eberflus stick to that script? Or will he evolve to fit the talent he now has in Dallas? Because this defense, it's built differently. And Overshon is Exhibit A. Let's be real. The best coaches in the NFL don't just bring a system, they adapt that system to get the most out of the talent they have. Look at what Dan Quinn did with Micah Parsons. He didn't try to jam Micah into some predetermined mold. He let him attack. He created chaos. And Micah turned into the most feared defender in the league. Even Mike Zimmer, known for his conservative roots, unlocked Overshon's blitzing potential last season by giving him freedom to rush the passer. And now, with Overshon on the comeback. Trail had expected to return around November, Eberflus is going to be handed a very unique weapon. A linebacker with cornerback-level speed, edge rusher-level burst, and the IQ to read plays before they develop. If he chooses to use Overshon the way his instincts are screaming for, the Cowboys' defense could become a nightmare for opposing. QBs, let's not forget. Micah Parsons commands attention on every snap. Double teams, chip blocks, quick throws, you name it. That opens lanes. And if you put Overshon in a blitz package with Micah, good luck picking up both. You're creating matchups where someone is coming in clean. Now imagine Eberflus mixing in simulated pressures, stunts, delayed blitzes, with Overshon and Micah rotating who drops and who rushes. The potential is off the charts. Let's talk about DeMarvion, the person, not just the player. This is a guy who has had to sit and watch from the sidelines. Injuries are tough, but the mental growth that happens during that time, it can be just as powerful as physical training. Overshon's realization from watching film that he could have done more, that tells you this guy is hungry. He's learning from every snap he missed. He's plotting how to become even more disruptive. That's the kind of mentality that makes great players even better. And when he returns in November, the Cowboys could be gearing up for a playoff push. That's the exact moment when a new defensive wrinkle, like a fresh-legged Overshon coming off blitzes, could be the difference between a win and a loss. Between a division title and a wild card, his return won't just add depth, it could change the whole identity of this defense. So, Cowboys fans, what do you think? Will the Lamb-Pickkins combo be the best WR duo in the league this year? Is Tyler Smith ready to anchor this offensive line all the way to a Super Bowl run? And how do you feel about the overall direction this team is heading? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear from you. And hey, if you're liking these deep dives and want more insider updates straight from the star, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We're building something special here, just like the Cowboys are. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Cowboys.